Find out why 190 people are sick from eating at a San Jose restaurant.
Learn how international students are getting to know each other.
We'll tell you how a campus program gives students access to food. Update News starts now.
From the School of Journalism and Mass Communications at San Jose State University, your source for what's happening with a fresh perspective on today's issues. You're watching Update News.
Welcome to Update News. I'm Adrienne Manso.
And I'm Marguerite Sufuli. Thanks for joining us. 12 people are in critical condition from eating at a San Jose restaurant. Additionally, more than 190 people have experienced symptoms. Every day, more people are reported to have contracted the bacterial disease Shigella. Michaela Shelton has the story.
Over 190 people in 6 counties have been infected with Shigella. Shigella is a bacterial disease that is spread when an infected person doesn't wash their hands after using the bathroom and then handles food. The outbreak began at Marisco's Mexican seafood restaurant on 4th Street in San Jose. Environmental health professor Jessica Denver is very familiar with the disease and symptoms.
People who ate at a local restaurant in downtown San Jose were exposed to that bacteria and developed symptoms like diarrhea and fever that can last anywhere from 5 days to a week and can really vary in severity from just minor impacts that you can deal with at home to some having to actually be hospitalized in the intensive care unit.
There have been no reported health concerns at the other 2 Mariscos in San Jose.
I mean, I eat here all the time. It's not the same one as the one that everyone was affected from. So, I mean, it doesn't affect me directly. So, I mean, the tostadas here are excellent. So, I mean, you should try one too. But, I mean, it's a good place to eat. I've been coming here for a long time, so why should I give up now?
The health investigators report the restaurant served contaminated food on October 16th and 17th. Faithful Marisco's customer Tamani Willikai is among the many who experienced symptoms of Shigella.
October 17th, I went to Marisco's, and since then, I've just been feeling symptoms of nauseous. I've been feeling like I want to throw up, and I don't know, things just haven't been the same. I don't know what they had in their food, but luckily I had a shrimp taco. So, whew.
At least 3 lawsuits have been filed from people who claim they got sick from eating food at Marisco San Juan. In San Jose, Michaela Shelton, Update News.
Downtown San Jose is filled with colorful art that isn't graffiti, but inspirational artwork made by high school students. A program called Downtown Doors exhibits student stories and express feelings by enlarging their artwork, transferring them onto vinyl decals, and attaching them to service doors and utility boxes throughout downtown San Jose. This year, 22 new pieces of student artwork were added to the exhibit and now has 100 locations. The winners were selected from 133 submissions from students at 15 San Jose high schools. Some of the locations where the artwork can be found are by the Fairmont Hotel, San Jose Museum of Art, and Paseo de San Antonio on the corner of 3rd and San Fernando.
People love the artwork. People love the downtown doors. This program won a National Endowment for the Arts grant. It also won an award from the International Downtown Association for Best Public Spaces. So it's known all over the world.
The Downtown Doors program began in 2003, and since then, 209 students' artwork have been selected. The Alpha Phi Omega Pledge class is teaming up with the Sacred Heart Community Service to collect clothes for the homeless. Alpha Phi Omega is a national fraternity whose principles are leadership, fellowship, and service. The pledge consists of 50 students this semester, and their goal is to help out the public as much as they can.
Just trying to get people to donate winter clothes, shoes, anything that you could think of would help the homeless during winter when it starts to get colder.
Golden says students have been a great help in giving back clothes and toiletries. The pledge class will be accepting donations on Wednesday, November 4th at the 7th Street Plaza.
And clothing drives aren't the only way Spartans are helping out fellow Spartans. Update News reporter Bobby Dupree is live in the newsroom to tell us more. Bobby?
Marguerite, Data collected from an SJSU survey suggests students are skipping meals in order to keep their education first, but a new program on campus is ensuring that no student goes hungry.
The starving student, a phrase many of us hear and expect when heading to a college campus. However, for many SJSU students, this title hits close to home.
Some of us meet one-on-one with students, and through conversations we learn that they are having difficulty accessing food daily, or they're skipping meals because they don't have enough money to eat.
According to a 2014 SJSU student survey, 1 in 3 students say they were hungry sometimes or often, but didn't eat because they didn't have enough money.
If we don't fuel our bodies and we don't have enough energy to be able to perform our academics, we're all students here, and we want students to succeed, and this is one of the key pieces in their success.
To beat this epidemic, the Student Hunger Committee developed the Food Shelf program. Students in need of food have access to a number of small self-serve shelves around campus at places like the Associated Students House, Duncan Hall, and student housing. Food Pantry Program Assistant Elizabeth Agramont visits locations on campus weekly, restocking the shelves for hungry students.
It's really important that we have this because it's such a prevalent issue. 1 in 3 students, so 1 out of 30,000 students is 10,000 students who face food insecurity problems. And this problem isn't unique to San Jose State University. In fact, universities all across the country are facing this problem.
The Hunger Committee encourages students to keep their bodies well nourished and to take advantage of the food shelves on campus.
I think it's important not to feel afraid or ashamed of having to use the food shelves and having to get food. It's something that happens, and we hope to do our best to serve you.
Donation boxes are set up in many on-campus eateries. A little extra cash can go a long way to feed a hungry student. Reporting live in the newsroom, Bobby Dupree, Update News.
A mall is coming to an end in Cupertino, closing the first chapter and opening a new one. Low occupancy is what is causing Valco Mall to close. Macy's, JCPenney, and Sears have all shut their doors, and the remaining 23 occupants are expected to follow by December. The mall has been on the decline since the late 90s. In 2007, a bowling alley and theater were added to increase visitors, but they did not make the mall itself busy. Some have been there for more than 2 decades.
It's been a struggle for us, and this kind of mall means a lot to the community, and we love to stay, but things haven't worked out in many years for anybody here. We're just struggling, looking forward to going and do something better in life.
Sandhills Property Company bought the mall in 2014 and plans to redevelop Valco into a new entertainment center. The new development will offer retail, office, and residential spaces, including a new rooftop garden. The new shopping and entertainment center is expected to reopen in fall 2016 to be named The Hills at Valco.
International students are looking for opportunities to network on campus. With the weekly coffee nights at the International House, students can socialize with others around the world. Update News reporter Eugene Liu is live on campus with details. Eugene?
Thank you, Adrienne. Here on campus this year, there are 3,800 international students, and 70 students from 35 countries live in the International House. Some may feel the need to participate in social activities. Coffee nights are made for just that, for students to meet new people.
Every Tuesday, the International House hosts coffee nights for students. International House resident advisors chooses a theme for their coffee nights each week. The event is a relaxed social gathering for residents and visitors, offering a variety of snacks and drinks. This week, Coffee Night celebrates Halloween with contests and activities to boost up the spirit this Saturday.
A challenge of being an international student and coming here is that you might feel alone at times, especially if you're here in America for the first time. It's great having this community and having this group of people to chat with.
Coffee nights are not only exclusive to international students and residents.
It's usually a close resident, but it's one of the only times that we open the house up to everybody who wants to come and experience the house.
International students may feel isolated due to language barriers and cultural differences. The event gathers those together who may share the same commonality, bringing them closer to each other.
I would say I go here every second time and come on. Like in the beginning, I had a lot of homework and couldn't come, but now I force myself to go here because it's really good to interact with the other internationals.
All students are encouraged to attend this weekly event. The next coffee night event will be held on Tuesday at 8:30 at the International House.
All right, and all students are encouraged to attend this weekly event to be educated through different cultures through food and drink. Coffee nights are hosted every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. at the International House. Live on campus, Eugene Liu, Update News.
Coming up, we'll have Katie Ariana here with Arts and Entertainment.
The Santa Cruz Music Festival included a lineup of international and local artists. We'll show you who performed.
Students express themselves through doors. See how the public reacts.
There's a new exhibit in the library that brings Day of the Dead back to life. We'll have the details after this break.
Halloween weekend is finally here, but with the celebration comes responsibilities to stay safe. Many students are preparing for the activities of the weekend. To ensure all-around safety, San Jose City Police released tips to help people have a fun night. San Jose University Police Department also have tips for college students to have fun over this weekend. According to UPD, there are many ways students can make sure they have a safe and happy Halloween.
You know, having a plan of action and also going with friends to make sure that friends among the group take care of one another, and also keep an eye on one another for alcohol consumptions to make sure that they don't drink too much to the point where they're not able to care for themselves.
This Halloween, San Jose Police want to remind residents to stay safe by using these tips, making sure your porch lights are on, have a buddy for the night, and stick with them and report any suspicious activity to 911 immediately.
These students are relaxing their body and mind with a little yoga.
I take yoga to have good peace of mind. I love it because it works on my flexibility, also while working on my core and my balance. So.
SJSU Sports Club holds yoga every Wednesday at 7:15 a.m. each week while exploring a new experience to feed the heart and mind.
We have Katie Ariana here with the latest in arts and entertainment. What's new, Katie?
We have a lot that just occurred this week and this weekend for Halloween. The 5th floor of the MLK Library is filled with fascinating altars and decorations celebrating the lives of loved ones. It's all to commemorate the historic holiday, Dia de los Muertos. Marguerite Tufuli has the story.
These altars are part of an exhibition called The Art of Remembrance. Artists honoring loved ones for Dia de los Muertos. It's a combination of Aztec tradition and Catholic religion.
For Indigenous and Latinos, Mexican cultures, it's a time where it's understood that it's where the plane that we live in and the spiritual plane are the closest together.
For Latinos, the sacred holiday is a time where they accept that death is a cycle of life.
So I was just familiar with the Mexican way of celebrating it, and here we have African American ways and other cultures celebrating their version of the Day of the Dead.
Altars were decorated with many items, including heartfelt letters written by relatives and candles. Family members displayed comfort foods and drinks on the altar that reminded them of their loved ones. Flowers are used to pave the way back home to their families. Sugar skulls, like the ones here, are often seen everywhere during the Day of the Dead. The skulls are dressed with bright colors and big smiles to appear more youthful and playful. They are symbolic for departed souls. Catherine Reyes is the library exhibition director. She says that the creativity in the Art of Remembrance exhibit makes it a library favorite.
It's exciting to see their creativity. It's exciting to see what they do with the items that they probably reuse every year.
Artists also put together an altar to honor the library's namesake, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The Day of the Dead will also be celebrated at the Mexican Heritage Plaza on November 1st from 2 p.m. to 8 p.m. On campus, Marguerite Tufuli, Update News.
San Jose State is home to many clubs, and one of those here on campus lets you put your mind to the test with the roll of a dice. Christian Pons has the story.
You have 9.
Tabletop gaming is alive and well, as demonstrated by a new club on campus. The San Jose State Tabletop Gaming Club is a new group that brings together those who have an itch to play strategic games. The club started because of senior Eddie Saud, who began the club due to the passion for his hobby.
I love being active. I love keeping my mind active, being mentally active, like thinking of new ways to play, new strategies, things like that. Like I said, it's like a puzzle in every place, and that's sort of my favorite part about it.
Saud says tabletop games allow you to put your brain to work in a social setting. Members bring many types of games to play for their weekly meetings. Anything from traditional moving board games to card-based strategy games. The club has a dedicated number of players who show up on a weekly basis. Vice President Eric Ard says the club is growing each month and is always welcoming new members.
I've been in other clubs where you have maybe like 5 core people who are there every meeting. Even though we're not doing any real meetings, about 20 people come out every week, and it's like I'm starting to know a lot more people at San Jose State through tabletop gaming.
However, the club isn't only for students. Anyone who loves to play is welcome to join.
They're a bunch of fun guys, you know, they know their games. I've been playing a lot of different kinds of games. It's real fun to bring people together, even strangers. Real cool to meet all these people.
Here at the library, the club meets every Friday at 1 o'clock. You'll find them on the 4th floor of the library, unwinding after a long week of classes. If you play your cards right, you can join in on the fun. Live on campus, Christian Ponce, Update News.
Santa Cruz held its annual music festival earlier this month. Let's take a look at what the festival is like through an eye of the artist's point of view.
I admire anyone that's really passionate and really focused and nice and trying to make the world more interesting and fun. One thing that recently I feel like has changed about me is I'm really embracing the electronic side of my music and being a beat maker. Initially I started out as a hip hopper, mostly rapping, and that has definitely evolved into other genres, and I've embraced my electronic side a lot more recently, so that's been a really fun one too. It's all about the fans. Like recently I put out a video for my hometown, Eugene, and it way surpassed my expectations as soon as it came out, and that was really just a testament to the power of fans sharing things that they appreciate. Don't be afraid to really do you. And I mean, a lot of people say it, but I've even dealt with it myself, like really just staying true to what I want to do, forgetting whatever anyone else says you should do or what you think other people want you to do, just doing you, making your own unique thing. I love you, and don't worry, be happy. That's pretty much it.
Pokemon has been around for 20 years, and it's still going strong. This past weekend, the first major event in the 2016 season came to San Jose. Christian Pons has the story.
Santa Clara County Fairgrounds was host to various Pokemon players from around the country for the Pokemon Autumn Regionals. San Jose was one of the few chosen cities across the country to have the right to host the championships. This two-day event held tournaments for players of all ages. Pokemon staff member Ted Bradford says Autumn Regionals is the first step for those looking to get serious about the trading card game or the video game.
A regional is for your chance to get championship points towards going to Worlds. We'll play with the top players in the world. This is your first big step towards getting there. From here, you'll go to Nationals and then work your way into the World Championships.
Saturday was centered around Pokemon's popular trading card game, which drew nearly 400 players. The trading card game tournament was open to anyone who had a legal deck and was a Swiss-style tournament, so every player had the opportunity to play every round. The game's objective is to knock out your opponent's Pokemon and be the last man standing. Some say making it to the World Championships is difficult with the amount of players.
There are thousands of players across the United States all fighting for a very limited number of spots in the World Championships, and there are a lot of really good players and that repeatedly do well at events.
Sunday was centered around Pokemon's successful handheld video game series. It was a similar tournament to the card game, and players duked it out on their systems to win big prizes. Other activities included coloring for kids, while vendors sold Pokemon merchandise. While Pokemon may be targeted towards kids, there are no age limits to the fun.
I've played since it first came out, and I'm 27 now and I still play, so I'm pretty sure it's one of those things that you grow into with the ages.
Whether it's the trading card game or the video game, there's plenty to do at Pokemon Regionals. In San Jose, Christian Ponce, Update News.
And that's all I have for arts and entertainment for this week.
Thank you, Katie. Pokemon is such a classic cartoon. You just took me back to my childhood.
Oh, no problem.
When we come back, we'll have Adrienne Monroy with sports.
An event on campus got fans pumped up for the Spartan basketball season.
Rebels and Spartans took the soccer field this week. We have the results.
Adrienne Monroy is here with sports. What do you have for us, Adrienne?
Well, this week there was a lot of basketball. Spartan athletic fans got the chance to meet the players from both the men and women's basketball teams. The event Tuesday was designed to rally support for the upcoming seasons. Some 80 fans got a chance to not only meet the players, but also play games with them. There was free food for the first 50 people there. Athletic marketing specialist John Roberts led the effort. He says a bigger support system behind the basketball program has a huge impact on how the teams play and also on the entire community.
Nothing can change a city more than excellence of the university that inhabits it. I want the best for this place.
The men's team will have its first game against Pacific Union next Saturday, the 7th. The women's team will have the first exhibition game this Sunday against Sonoma State. Spartan Athletics hopes to see 4 large turnout for the spring section of both of these games. The San Jose State women's basketball team is back in the event center Sunday afternoon. The team's upcut is opening with an exhibit against Sonoma State. Sunday's game is the first of the 2 exhibitions, which acts as a warm-up to the rest of the season. The teams will be in uniform, but the final score won't go on their record. Head coach Jamie Greghead says the game will be a great chance for a lot of players to get their feet wet.
You know, they're upbeat, they're positive, they're tired of practicing against each other, so it'll be nice to play on Sunday. But like I said, we have a great group of kids. They work hard in the classroom, on the court, and they're very enjoyable to be around.
The Spartans are starting off their season almost exclusively without conference games. Coach Greghead said she's excited about their upcoming opponents because they'll help prepare the team. The team has a long season, and they want to be healthy and at the best for the Mountain West Conference Championship. Spartan Athletics have teamed up to reward students for attending athletic events with the new Spartan Squad app. Students can gain points by checking into various home athletic events. Points are earned based on attendance, and prizes are given for reaching different point levels. Prizes include backpacks, tote bags, foam helmets, and lawn chains. As event Spartan Squad Associate, and
we focus on getting more students involved and, you know, showing their Spartan pride by rewarding them. And we also want to just show our teams, not just like football or basketball, but like our smaller teams, you know, the same love as we do as our big teams. So getting them out is our main goal.
September not only had 1, but 2 athletes in the month. Volleyball sophomore Sarah Harris and football senior Tyler Irvin both led their teams to victory over the Fresno State rival in the same week. Running back Evan Reader set a rushing record for the 300-yard on 42 carries in the 49-23 win over Fresno State. Middle blocker Harris helped lead the Spartans to an 8-3 record. She was tops on the team and hitting with 121 kills. Hibbs guided San Jose State to the University of Massachusetts Lowell international title, the program's first tournament title since 2011. Hibbs says without her team, she would not have made these accomplishments.
It was really good. Just all the hard work that our team's been putting in. They've been helping me with a lot of stuff, helping me with my mentality and just talking to me about my swings and my serves and stuff like that. It feels good to know that all the hard work that all of us have been putting in has been paid off.
Hibbs says her favorite thing about volleyball is the team itself. After last season not being the best, this season they have been improving and winning a lot more games, and he says it's fun to see them grow. The athlete of the month is chosen by the athletics department. The San Jose State women's soccer team lost at home to the University of Las Vegas Rebels. Spartan goalie Paige Simonau made a diving save within the first 2 minutes of the game, and for most of the first half, teams seemed evenly matched. But the Rebels' goal came late in the first half on a good shot from the top of the box, in a goal where the Spartans dominated the second half by having more possession of the ball and more chances. The Rebels were the only team to score.
Yeah, they need to start right. They need to start hard. They need to start with more passion. Thought they came out flat today in the first half. A lot of players did. Thought we didn't have anything in sync in our possession. Thought our attack was not very threatening in the first half.
The Spartans have since beat the Nevada Wolfpack 2-0 on Tuesday. The victory gave Spartans a playoff berth in the Mountain West Conference tournament. The first game for Spartans in this tournament will be on Tuesday in San Diego against a team that has not been determined. South Campus may be getting a facility in the future in an effort to upscale and remodel existing athletic facilities. The existing baseball, softball, and soccer fields, as well as in 6 tennis courts on South Campus, could be demolished to create space for the new Spartan Golf Complex. The proposed facility would be a golf training center with a capacity for around 100 golfers. The facility, of course, be home to the SJSU golf team with coaches, offices, and locker rooms, but it will also provide a non-campus facility for physical education classes. Students enrolled in golf courses currently travel over a mile to San Jose Municipal Golf Course. Plans include a driving range, a sport range facility, and clubhouse. These will also be a center equipment for on-site repairs. The facility will also allow for golf camp, clinics, and lessons for the public anchor. And that's all for the House of Sports.
It sounds like a lot of good stuff coming up for the golf team.
It does.
Thank you so much for watching Update News. From all of us here, we'll see you next week.